How difficult is it as a child to feel that the care system is actually supporting you?
Yeah, it's very difficult. And I had this conversation earlier. When I was in care, my social worker had 3 young people. You compare that now to a social worker leaving university, their caseload is 40, 50. It's very difficult. It's hard enough to be taken away from your family, but then when you're taken into a place where you're supposed to get support, but you're neglected and abandoned, yes, of course, it makes things even worse. And you never recover from that kind of trauma and that abuse and that neglect.
It's interesting, though, that in the case of, a lot of these cases, these children are already being referred once or twice or how many other times, and the neighbours will have reported something, or teachers will be saying this person needs some support or help, there's a problem here, or even grandparents phoning the police and telling them that this... And yet, somehow, the system doesn't seem to cater for these people, or it's not effective enough. What do you think is going wrong?
It's a good question, and even I'm a part of the Independent Care Review. These kind of questions are being asked, and we're looking for the right solutions and the right answers. We've got a system which is on the precipice of collapse. We've got social workers coming out of university like a conveyor belt without experience. We've got managers who are not experienced. We've got a backlog of data which is clogging up the system, and then we've got new child protection orders coming in every day. So it's impossible for social workers, young social workers, to deal with these caseloads. They don't have the experience to go to these properties, to work with families, to identify where urgent care is needed. And that's a huge problem. And that's something the Independent Care Review has been looking at. Josh McAllister in particular has been very, very kind of passionate about looking at social workers and trying to reduce their caseloads to stop people from dying. And that's the objective.